I've technically only seen one message in particular regarding to the situation, asking me to state my opinion on the situation regarding BeastlyEevee, and well, I guess you could say the commentary community in general at this point. But I'm pretty sure there's a couple of my subscribers and fans who are possibly chomping at the bit to know what I happen to think about this whole situation, for the sole fact that I've made a couple of videos in the past relating to said situation before it ever happened. What with my video about African Americans, Muslims, and homosexuals, and my commentary on Caden Calgar. I've never hidden the fact that I do profess to believe in Christianity, and I've also never hidden the fact that I profess to be for homosexual rights. I do realize that this is a huge glaring contradiction within and of myself. But that's something that will probably never change. I do believe in a deity. I do believe that there is a purpose for humans on this planet. I do believe something created us. I don't completely believe in a Big Bang. I do believe in certain aspects of evolution. There's no way you can deny certain aspects of evolution. There is actual growth in, well, certain parts of nature that came from survival of the fittest. Now, to be quite honest, for the longest time, I was the same as what BeastlyEevee stated a while back, and that is that I have no issues with homosexuals, but I would never vote for homosexual marriage. But I can say very recently that my mind was set on my opinion about this, and my actual opinion, and this changed long before the recent event happened, was that I would actually vote for homosexual marriage, for the sole fact that I see it as a human right. But something happened recently that set it in stone. I saw two of my closest and dearest friends come out, and in essence, they got they got engaged, and they're in essence going to be married. And they are two women. And there was not even the slightest second of a ping of disgust or hatred for either one of them. There was nothing more than joy and excitement at what had happened and what had transpired. That is just to state my personal stance and opinion on homosexual marriage. Now, as for the BeastlyEevee situation, there is a whole different area that I would like to go with on this. Honestly, I'm not going to defend one side or another. I'm going to hit both sides, in all honesty. Eli himself said, the commentary community, we are to be the voices of reason. I never believed we were the voices of reason. I believed we were the voices of assholes who just didn't give a crap. And I'll say this now, before I ever even get started into this. You will not see an apology video from me. If I offend someone in this, if I offend you with anything I happen to say in this video, I don't care. I really don't care. For the sole fact that everyone on this earth has a right to an opinion. Whether that opinion is right or wrong, doesn't matter. They have a right to form an opinion in and of themselves, and they have a right to share said opinion. We have a right to debate said opinion, but we do not have a right to lambaste or attack another person for the opinion. We have a right to make jokes about their opinion, but we don't have a right to just straight out attack them about their opinion. Yes, it might seem that I'm attacking people in some of the commentaries I've made about their opinions, but in all honesty, I was never attacking them. I was making jokes and taking pot shots at them. I was having fun with their opinion because I found their opinions to be wrong, and I decided to have a little fun with it. That's how I view opinions. As far as the side of being pro-homosexuality, if you're a Christian and you wish to go off and say that you do not believe homosexuals do not have a right to be married, and you're going to use the Bible to defend this, then you also have to say that white men do not have a right to marry black women or Asian women. Or Asian men do not have a right to marry white men or black men, Hispanic men, any other race, for the sole fact that it also states in the Bible that God told the Jewish nation to not marry from outside tribes. If you also are going to go on and say that homosexuals do not have a right to marriage because it is an abominable sin to be homosexual, then you also have to say that I myself, me personally, does not have a right to be married, for the sole fact of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed in the Bible not just because of homosexuality, but for sodomy in general. Sodomy, as I have defined before, is to put objects into orifices that they are not intended to be placed. This would include blowjobs. And I myself personally love blowjobs. I love a good blowjob every now and then. So, to say because of an abominable sin you do not have a right to be married, then I do not have a right to be married because I enjoy a blowjob every now and then. I don't mind going down on a woman. I realize that this is very eye-opening for every one of you, I'm sure, but that is the honest thing. If you're going to take this stance, then there is a whole lot of people that you have to count out as a right to be married. Unless you're a person who does not partake of oral sex of any kind, of foreplay, then you do not have a right to be married according to the Bible. And if you wish to take the Bible at its word, there are, in my opinion, contradictions in the Bible. There's no way around it. But mostly, it's contradictions with the Christian community and their stances of items. And that is one of the big ones when it comes in regards to marriage. And for these reasons, you will never hear me state that homosexuals should not be allowed to marry. I do not agree with the idea. I honestly don't. I do realize that in the Bible, that God instigated marriage between a man and a woman, and he also states this is the reason a man will leave his mother and father to cleave to his wife, and they will become one flesh. And it also states later in the Bible that he created the humankind in the image of man and woman, not in man and man. I do realize the Bible states this. And with that, that is where the only stance that Christianity has against homosexual marriage comes from. Now, to go to the other side of the aspect, the other side of the argument of you're completely wrong and you're a horrible human being for stating that two men or two women should not allowed to be married. Here's the issue. You're never going to get a Christian to agree with your side of the story. As I have stated before to Christians, if you're going to fight against the homosexual push for marriage, and those who are pro-homosexual marriage, you're never going to be able to convince them with the Bible. To those who are fighting against the Christians and wish for it to be legalized, you're never going to win an argument with a Christian without the Bible. That is an issue. That is the truth. That's the big crux of the whole situation. But for people who called BeastlyEevee a bigot for what she's stating, you yourself are being bigoted. You blast and demean BeastlyEevee for stating her opinion. This, in my own personal opinion, is pathetic. It really is. Do you have a right to blast her opinion? Do you have a right to blast her for the opinion? You do not. You have a right to disagree with her opinion. You really do, and I will never deny you the right to disagree with her opinion. I will never deny you the right to disagree with her. But really, what is the point in attacking her? Just argue your side of the defense. There's no need for the personal attacks. The reason she made her apology video is because of the personal attacks that are coming. And honestly, I am very disappointed that the apology video came out in the first place. And the fact that enough people treated it in this fashion to cause the apology video. I had hoped that people could have been bigger than this. Don't get me wrong. I have screwed up in the past. I have flipped my shit over stuff in the past. Was it wrong for me to do so? Yes. I did exactly what you people are doing. I did the exact same thing when Milk of Wisdom made the joke about 9/11. Should I have acted in that fashion? No, I should have not. I should have acted a lot more calmly about it. And the thing is, everyone who attacked her, for the most part, it was an initial knee-jerk reaction for you to attack her. Was it wrong for you to do it in this fashion? Yes. Yes, it was. Are you to tell me that she does not have a right to have her own opinion? She does have a right to have her own opinion. Now, is her opinion wrong? In your mind, yes, it is. In her mind, no, it's not. That's the issue here. This isn't one where, let's go to one of the things that Eli said about bleach as a fantastic ingredient. There is a true right and wrong about that. Bleach is not a good ingredient. It will kill you. This one, there's not a true black and white. There is a gray area here. This is a gray area discussion. You cannot 100% prove her opinion wrong. She cannot 100% prove your opinion wrong. I cannot 100% prove evolution wrong. And evolutionists cannot 100% prove Christianity wrong. It's impossible. There's no way for an evolutionist to prove there is no God. There's no way for a Christian to prove 100% that there is a God. It all comes down to beliefs. It all comes down to opinions. Are we just saying in the commentary community at this point that we should not be allowed to have opinions? That we should not have a right to express our opinions? Is that what we're going to say? Because if we're going to go down this route, everyone, people listening to this video, people listening to my voice, and me trying to be the voice of reason, as Eli said we are supposed to be, then here's the issue. Then you should start attacking every video I ever make for the sole fact that I am stating an opinion. No, you don't have to respect the opinion, but you need to respect the person. There's no reason to disrespect the person. You can argue your side of a defense. You can argue your side of an opinion. Does what BeastlyEevee said make her a bad person? No, it does not. No, it really doesn't. She disagrees with you. Why? Get over it. Get the hell over it. Every last one of you. People on BeastlyEevee's side, they disagree with you. Why? Get the hell over it. Everyone needs to move on. That's the whole thing here, everyone. These are opinions. That's all they are. And this isn't an opinion that can be just proven 100% wrong. This can only be proven by what your opinion is. We're circle jerking at this point. The entire community is having one giant circle jerk of their opinions. Everyone's edict is getting hard by what they want everyone else to believe. The people who are arguing against BeastlyEevee and saying that she was wrong to make the video and her statements were wrong are trying to prove that everyone should agree with their side. Are trying to say that everyone should agree with their side. Everyone who's defending BeastlyEevee, you're trying to say they should agree with your side. This is stupid. This is ludicrous. This is asinine. Will this destroy the community? Because BeastlyEevee stated in her apology video that she feels like she's destroyed the community. No, it's not going to destroy the community. I've stated before, this community has ADD. A month from now, we're going to move on, and it's not even going to matter anymore. If people do the right thing. If BeastlyEevee just moves on from this and just continues the way she's going. I wish she never made the apology video. In all honesty. I really wish she didn't. Because that's going to actually hurt her more than she hopes it would help. It's going to do more hurt on her reputation than it's going to help her. But everyone, I just need you to take away from this that this is opinion-based. Everything in this is an opinion. Both sides just need to shut up and move on, apparently. Because we're all just throwing a pissy fit. We're all just throwing a bunch of temper tantrums at this point. You're all just being kind of childish at this point. If everyone would have just sat back and had a nice little debate about it and actually been calm and civilized about the whole situation, then I wouldn't have this opinion of it. I would have said this was a fantastic situation. It allowed for some intellectual commentary amongst ourselves. It allowed for some intellectual conversations. It allowed for something good to happen. But the fact that everyone blew up at each other, the fact that people are taking sides in this, is why it irritates me, is why I feel this is stupid and both sides are ignorant. Can we not all just agree to disagree at this point? We've agreed to disagree over many things. And here's the fun point about this. Here's a little fun fact. Many years ago, there was a whole fight against blacks and whites, whether blacks should be allowed to marry whites. Which side won out? The one that was fighting for human rights, that's the side that won out. So do you really think at this point in history, with the growth that the nation has had, with an awakening that a lot of the nation has had, on a lot of different situations and a lot of different things, that the side that says homosexuals should be allowed to be married is not going to win out? The Christians are fighting a losing battle at this point. But I'm never going to say that they do not have a right to state their opinion. Sure, in my opinion, in my mind, it might be the wrong opinion. And I'll argue it. I will debate it. But I won't attack them for it. I will not attack the Christian for holding to their beliefs. I will respect the Christian for holding to their beliefs. That's the crutch. That's the thing here. That's the kicker. That's it. What else is left to be said? Both sides in this whole thing were acting childish and ignorant. Both sides in this whole situation were acting stupid. Both sides needed to take a step back and just think for a minute. Maybe take a little breath and calm the fuck down. That's all it would have taken. But everyone, this is the professor. Adieu.